I have in front of me items here in the front, a book and a wine glass, a silver. And then on the left side I have two books and a picture. This is from my father's side.
And how old is the book you said?
The book is 1655?
1665, I think.
1665.
And we're in 2018 now. That's
Right.
pretty impressive.
Now, it is impressive, and when you touch this, you'll realize why the paper, the way they make the paper is almost like cloth. When you touch it, they take cut off the mouth.
Yeah, I see.
They're not like the regular paper
No.
that deteriorates.
Yeah, you can really see. Wow. There you
So,
go.
my grandfather came to visit me.
Is it a Bible?
This is a prayer book.
A prayer book.
Yeah, it's a prayer book for high holidays. Rosh Hashanah, the New Year. Yeah. It's called a Machzor, a special book for holidays. And as you see, the writing is very, very clear. And
And who gave that to you?
yeah, and it doesn't deteriorate like things that I have 100
Sure.
years old that deteriorate completely.
Who gave it to you?
This is my grandfather before he went to the United States in 1950. And the reason I went in 1950 is because they thought my mother will need a surgery because of blood pressure. And then my dad found out that it's too risky, and he told my mother, forget about it. So just before I left, he said, can I come and see Uri? And so he came, and he didn't drink anything because he keeps very, very strict kosher. So the only thing he drank is water in some plastic cup or whatever.
Strict kosher.
Huh?
And you keep kosher, but not strict kosher.
No, not like that.
What's
Really.
the difference?
What's the difference? The difference is that my mother wasn't that strict at that time when I came to my house. In my house, I'm stricter, but I'm not sure that even here he would drink everything. Not every item has OU on it,
Uh-huh.
and that sort of thing.
Got it.
So he came. That was in Israel. It was in my house in Tel Aviv, just before we left, and he came with a big velvet bag and says, "I want you to have some of those things." And there is one more thing that he gave me that I have in the other room too. If you want to bring it, then we can show it too. It's a very interesting thing.
Okay, we'll get that in a little
Okay.
bit. Good idea.
Huh? Yeah, we'll do it. It's right there, and I'll show you. Okay, so if you look at this, can you take a picture, a close-up on that?
I sure can.
Okay. Now this is a very nice looking goblet. It's made out of silver, and it has art. And if you look at the art, it's really German art, the kind of decoration that I have. But the special thing about it, it was done by my uncle that was killed by the Nazis, and we never know what happened to him.
And what was
Him
his
and
name?
the family. Just a second. His name was... I forgot for a minute. I'll come back to the name.
Come back to the name.
Okay. And because he had a Hebrew name and he had a German name. So I'll come to it. So he gave it to me, and he was a silversmith.
Oh, he was a silversmith.
He was a silversmith.
Nice.
And then he, unfortunately, and we don't know what happened to him. he was the best friend of my dad. They were both, his name was Chaim, and in German it was Heine.
That's interesting. L'chaim, like to.
Yeah,
That's nice.
But his name was Heine, and many, many Jews were called Heine. And in Germany, when they tried to make fun of Jews, they used to call him Heine, 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 that sort of thing. So Heine, and like a very famous writer, his name was Heine. He also was Jewish, but then he converted. His name was Heine. So he made it, and it says in it, here in Hebrew, Zachor et Yom HaShabbat lekadsho, which means remember the Sabbath and keep it holy, to keep it holy.
So your grandfather gave you that, or your father?
My grandfather, from my
Grandfather.
dad's side, yeah, he gave me that. He said, I want you to treasure it. It's the only thing that I have from Heine. Heine also used to take shells from a gun, big shells, and he cut them around, and he made it into something when you smoke, to like a ashtray, but a beautiful. So that I think he kept
Yeah, funny.
at his house. Then he gave me, he said, this book here that you see here, he said, was in our family for generations. Okay, so since that time, so it's a very old book, and he kept it, and he said, I want you to have it. Now it's not 100%. Some of the pages are being cut here, so I'm not keeping it I'm just keeping it because of family relationship. Okay. The other item that I'm going to
Okay, so is that it for the items out here? If so,
no, that's from my grandfather.
okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and pause right now.